So there is a new AI company that is making somewhat controversial statement about cheating with AI. So this company called Cluely just released its own tool that lets you to cheat during a meeting, sales call, conversation, and many other important elements that you don't want to mess up. So I think the idea behind it makes a lot of sense. When the interview asking you a tough question, you want to make sure that you are giving the best answer possible. So the idea is quite simple. This AI tool is able to read what's going on the screen and also listen to the conversation that you have. So when someone is asking you a question, AI will display the answer on your screen, and then you can read that and kind of pretending that it was your own thought, even though you are just reading answer from AI. But from the interviewer perspective, it was your answer. So the concept is quite interesting. Now this tool is available for Windows, and I was able to download this tool and install it on my computer. So if you want to download this, you can go to cluely.com. Here's the URL. But keep in mind that this is a new software. So you're going to see this message when you are installing the program. Basically, the publisher or the owner of this tool has not yet been verified by Microsoft, but just click the more info button right here. Click more info and then click run anyway. This is a trustworthy software from, somewhat big startup company. So that's basically the installation process. Now it is going to ask you to sign in using your Cluely account, and you can actually use it for free to just test various features from this AI tool. And I think that's kind of enough to getting to know this AI tool and maybe helping you in some conversation. So I'm going to open this tool and you'll see something crazy. Let me just open a new tab so it's clean. There's nothing here. I'm going to press the keyboard shortcut Control and backslash, and I can actually see there is Cluely appearing around here, but you don't see anything. I know it's kind of crazy, but you don't see anything because even when I'm recording this video, that tool is not visible. So Cluely actually promised that this tool won't be detectable during the interview or during the conversation. And I think they are delivering the promise. So actually, I have to record this manually using my phone. Okay, I'm going to open my phone and let me show you this one. Okay, so you don't see that on the screen, but you can see it during when you're opening the app. So this is what Cluely look like. And yeah, that's crazy, but you don't see that. So this is OBS. I'm recording it using OBS on my computer, but you don't see that. All right, but it is there. So that's really insane. Now, I want to try using this tool. So basically, it can record the conversation, it can understand what's going on, and it will display the answer. Okay, let me give you a quick demonstration. I have ChatGPT. I will make ChatGPT to pretend as the interviewer. I wanted to be a job interviewer and applying for the marketing position. However, I want you to press me about my CV and you are doubting my ability. You have to ask me tough questions. The interview will start when I say start interview. Okay, I'm going to send this message and I will enable voice mode on ChatGPT, and you'll see how amazing this tool really is. All right. Now I'm going to open the open the voice mode. Start interview.
All right, let's get started. I'm looking at your CV and I see you have some experience in marketing, but it's a bit vague. Can you walk me through some of the specifics of what you actually did in your last role? What tangible results can you point to that show your impact?
Well, I developed and executed digital marketing campaigns, including social media and email marketing. I conducted market research and identified target audiences and optimized campaign strategies. And I also managed content creation and scheduling across multiple platforms.
Okay, but everyone claims to have executed digital marketing campaigns. Can you be more specific? What were the actual results of those campaigns? How did you measure success? And what numbers or metrics do you have to back up your claims?
Well, at one point, I was able to increase social media engagement by 40% over 6 months through targeted campaigns. I also grew small subscribers list by 25% and improved open rates by 15% using A/B testing. I also achieved 20% boost in website traffic by optimizing content and leveraging SEO strategies.
Those numbers sound impressive on paper, but can you explain how you achieved those results? What specific strategies did you use to boost engagement and traffic? And when you mention A/B testing, can you give an example of what you tested and how those insights shaped your campaigns?
Well, for A/B testing, I tested various email subject lines and to see which led to higher open rates. One version used a personalized subject line, while the other used a generic answer. The personalized version increased open rates by 15%.
Okay, that's a bit clearer, but A/B testing subject lines fairly basic. I want to know more about how you tailored your overall strategy to your audience. What steps did you take in market research to ensure you were targeting the right people? How did you segment your audience, and how did that influence your campaign approach?
Yes, I analyzed customer demographics and behavior using analytics tools to identify key audience segments. I also conducted surveys and interviews to gather direct feedback from target users. And also, not to mention, I reviewed competitor strategies and audience engagement to refine my targeting.
That's a better answer, but I'm still not fully convinced. How did you use the feedback you gathered from surveys and interviews in practical terms? Can you give a concrete example of a campaign that was directly influenced by this feedback? And when you say you reviewed competitor strategies, what exactly did you learn from them, and how did it help you adjust your approach?
I used survey feedback to discover customers wanted more how-to content, so I launched a tutorial series that doubled engagement on those posts. I also noticed competitors succeeded with short-form content, so I integrated similar formats into our campaigns, which increased reach and shares.
All right, that's more convincing, but here's the thing.
All right, so I guess that's basically it. And by the way, I forgot to mention that if you want to get answer, if you want to basically let Cluely giving you this message, this answer, you have to press Ctrl and Enter. There's actually a tutorial on this menu. You can check some keywords, or sorry, some shortcuts that you could use to interact with Cluely, so you don't have to navigate around using your mouse. So that's basically how you can use it, and then you can close this, and I'm going to press Ctrl and R to clean everything, and then I can start all over again. So that's basically how you can do it. And of course, it's not exactly perfect. I'm using the free version, that's why it's a bit slower, but technically you can make it faster and smarter. So I hope this video is giving you some idea about how Cluely actually works and whether or not this is the best tool that you could use to help you ace your interview or sales call. Anyway, if you find this video to be useful, then feel free to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.